Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Use my good teacher voice. My name is Ellen Hawley. I am a community activist. I am part of the Walworth County Grassroots Tar Sands Pipeline Committee. The way I got involved in this is, greetings, Senator. I had the opportunity to go to a presentation in Madison. It's been June, I think, May or June. Just as kind of a whim, went over with a couple people from Elkhorn and met Bruce and was kind of horrified at what the proposals are for this county. And I'm not anti-business, I'm not anti-pipeline, but I'm pro-good information because with good information we make good decisions. So we started looking at the map and realized, oh, western part of Walworth County, that's us. And so started doing some research, learned about different things that have happened in Michigan, things that have happened in Adams County, upstate. Pretty horrific stuff that doesn't just have a little impact or a short-term impact, but impacts agriculture, water quality, property values, tourism, transport. I mean, it's a big thing. It's not just like, oh, well, there could be a little leakage, okay? I'm a big hiker and camper. I moved to Wisconsin to enjoy the outdoors, and it scares me that in what I consider a pretty pristine area that we are kind of insidiously being attacked, and I don't like that. So again, when you have a problem, let's learn about it, let's talk about it, let's figure out what we need to do, and we'll take it from there. So welcome. I'd like, just curious, wondering, I see some people I've never met before, so wondering who you are and how you found out about this tonight and just kind of why you're here, just a little that, and then we'll proceed with the speakers. So, sir, we'll start with you.
I'm Dave Weber. I'm on the county board. I represent Williams Bay, Northland Township, Geneva Township, a little Delavan Township, and a little bit of Elkhorn. I'm here primarily because I'm concerned about the quality of life. I think that's our standard that we go by here in Walworth County. And Supervisor Staples threatened me if I didn't come.
She's formidable. I don't mess with her. She didn't do it.
But I was scared.
Oh,
Speaking of Supervisor Staples.
she gets to go next. Thanks, Dave. And I'm here because of my...
Who are you?
I'm Charlene Staples, and I am also on the Walworth County Board, District 5, which is a large share of Delavan Township, Darien Township, and Richmond Township. So it concerned me greatly when I was told about the pipeline and that it went through a major portion of my district. And so it's information I seek, knowledge I seek, and that's a story and I'm sticking to it.
And I'm Brian Staples. I'm her other half.
She threatened you too?
Everybody. John?
I'm John and Drizzy. Kind of a transplant here. I'm from Adams County. I live about 1.5 miles from the pipeline corridor. I'm about 32 miles away from the Grand Marsh spill location. I'm associated with Grassroots Pipeline Awareness. I'm here to help answer some questions today and maybe generate some more enthusiasm for knowledge regarding the pipeline.
I'm Amy Noble. I'm here to drive the car behind Bruce tomorrow.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
My,
Nice to meet you.
my Cato.
I'm saving you for last.
I'm Glenda Wyeth. I'm a newspaper reporter for a weekly paper in Owen, Wisconsin. And I can't even remember now how I found out about the pipeline. I saw something about it somewhere and then discovered that the Enbridge pipeline had a major spill just a couple of miles from where I live, in the town of Green Grove, near the Owen pumping station. And being curious, I wanted to know more about it and what was what. And when I heard that the new proposed pipeline expansion was going to carry diluted bitumen or dilbit from the Canadian tar sands area right through where I lived, and I thought, then I read the numbers that said that this proposed expansion would make the Enbridge Pipeline 61 larger than Keystone XL. But because the Enbridge does not have to meet the same environmental regulations that Keystone XL does, it's kind of went under the radar for everybody. And I thought, well, that's not right. So I wrote a couple of stories about it that got sent out statewide and got other people interested and active and posting on Facebook. So I contacted them, and now I'm part of Grassroots Pipeline Awareness.
Yep.
And about to turn my attention back to the pipeline. I've been kind of engaged in local political crap for the last few weeks, but got that out of the way for the time being. So back to the pipeline, and I have a lot of questions still to answer.
Thank you.
So,
Mr. Kilkenny?
Dan Kilkenny. I'm also on the Walworth County Board of Supervisors, and my district is mainly the city of Delavan, but also parts of the town of Delavan and the town of Darien. I also sit on the town board of supervisors, and I'm currently running for the state senate, which would represent most of Walworth County, but the eastern half of Rock County as well. And when Charlie had first raised this issue, there was a question where the pipes went, and they split near Whitewater, and one line goes down on the Walworth County side, the other goes on the Rock County side. Apparently, the proposed tar sand pipeline would be what they call Pipeline 61, which would be on the Rock County line. But I found out today that there's 2 lines on Rock County and 2 lines in Walworth County. But the other Rock County line is used for returning the product, I guess it's called diluent, which is the mixture of chemicals they use to make the tar sands more viscous and able to flow easier. And that particular product has some danger. I don't know if there would be any reason why they couldn't ship back the same type of product from the Walworth County side. But again, my race for state senate, I would be representing Rock County as well, so I have that interest. I think there's 2 main issues. One is public safety, the other is property rights of the individuals. If anybody's ever dealt with a pipeline company, you don't really negotiate with them and sell them rights. They send you something that says we have the right to condemn your property, here's the terms that we'll deal with you. So I think a lot of people, you end up with a pipeline and you're not sure what's going to be transported or put through it, and this seems to be a big deal. We all know about Keystone Pipeline, and that was the part that really shocked me to hear so little about this. Its capacity is going to be 50% more than the Keystone Pipeline. And if you follow the news, you have the President of the United States talking about Keystone, you have both houses of Congress talking about Keystone, you have governors talking about Keystone, and here we have something that's going to be under our feet, almost literally, and not get the same focus. I talked to Enbridge today, and they said, well, we've gotten some permits. One was an environmental assessment for the project, another was wetland permits, and another one was an air permit. Well, the environmental assessment was simply for the construction and the laying of the pipe, just like if you are building a road or maybe building a house, you have to find out what the impacts of just laying that pipe in the ground. The wetland permits, originally I thought maybe were addressing concerns about the pipeline crossing wetlands, what environmental impacts there might be. Actually, it's just for their upgraded pumping stations. And so to the extent they have a pumping station they're expanding or building, and that may be impacting the wetland, they got permits for that. And then finally, there's an air permit for their terminal in Superior, and that really deals with air releases that might be from their bulk facilities. And again, nothing to do with the pipeline itself, the product that's running through it, the potential safety or risks relating to that. That's what I think needs to be looked at, because if we're spending time and energy looking at Keystone, I think before we feel comfortable having this product flowing through our area, we need to address all of those safety issues, and I think look at property rights issues as well.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm not going to talk as long. I'm Janet Schultz. I'm a resident of town of Darien. I'm helping on Dan's campaign. And just became aware of this whole issue recently, so I'm concerned.
My name is Mary Burke. Yes, it is that one. The Waller County people.
Mary Burke for governor.
She would, this one would make an excellent governor for sure.
And I'm a longtime resident of Waller County. I've been here 40 years, somewhere around the place, most of the time in Delavan. And when I heard pipeline in Delavan, I was mortified to find out that I haven't really kept up with this part of my county, that there was already the pipeline going through, and that it was already, there were already questions about what was in that pipeline, and I guess public safety is my primary concern, and I do tend to be somewhat opinionated, and so I believe that I need as much education as I can muster up, and these are perfect opportunities. I did attend the meeting at the UCC church a month ago or so.
This is our second community meeting that we've had on
Learned
this.
a great deal, and it just made me thirst for more knowledge about what's going on in my community. And
Thank you, sir.
I'm Neil Underhill. I've lived in Delavan for 72 years, and I've done a little pipe welding. I know a little bit about metal, and if all your metal isn't the same and it isn't checked real thoroughly, you're going to have problems. And from what I read in the Gazette, they only checked 1 out of 10 of these welds.
Yes.
And now they want to triple the pressure they're going to run through it. And I used to do pressure pipe welding for water pipes. And I'm not so sure if you haven't checked your pipes in the last 10 or 15. And I see one of these pipes has been in the ground for about 30 years. And if you haven't checked it real close, I don't know. I wouldn't want to live near that stuff. And I also was just on a vacation up in Canada, and talked to the people on the train. And there was one lady who was a teacher, real small lady, quiet, and all of a sudden she declared herself to be an activist, and she blew this couple of these big mouth bullies right out of the room. I thought I was going to have to defend her, but she was doing such a good job, I just sat there and listened. And they like it as far as the benefits to the economy, but they're terrified as to what it will do to the environment. And that seems to be the concern around here. Once you have a spill, if you don't clean it up, I don't care what they say. You just look at it from the air, it'll be there forever.
We're really glad you came because the sort of expertise and knowledge that you have, and John, you've done pipe welding too, correct?
yes, I'm a retired pipe fitter.
Right, so this is,
Well, I'm not on his level, but
well, but you
I still know if you have a flaw in the pipe, a liquid will find it.
okay. Well, as we continue.
I'm Jasmine Rosencrantz, another concerned resident in Delavan here, and I'm just here to gather the facts and maybe spread some more into the community, because I don't hear a lot of talk about it, unfortunately.
Our greeter?
Hi, I'm Mary Burkby. I'm a retired union thug from Elkhorn. I'm here because I think we take things for granted in this country. Clean water, good soil, safe places to walk and hike and take our dogs and our pets and to go fishing and hunting. And until fire comes out of our faucets, or until we can't no longer drink our water and are told to go buy bottled water, we don't pay attention. And I think as good stewards of this earth, we need to pay attention. So that's why I'm here to get more information, and hopefully, something good will come of this.
Thank you. Sir?
My name is Joe Mangelsdorf. I'm the president of Plumbers and Steam Fitters Union,
Oh.
Local 118. I saw one of your emails, so I kind of wanted to
Right.
come and check it out.
Yeah.
I want to just make it clear that we don't represent that company, anything like that. We represent the workers out in the field,
Right,
men
right.
and women doing some of the work in the area, so it is a big part of our work.
Yeah,
Usually it's Local 601 out of Milwaukee,
Okay.
which would cover Rock County.
Mhm.
They handle typically all the pipeline work, but
Okay.
it doesn't mean our members, wouldn't be on the projects and stuff like that. So more or less, we're just here to kind of, I wanted to listen in and, just to see.
but another good perspective.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's, yeah. So
Excellent.
that's kind of why I wanted to come out, so.
Good, thank you. Thank you. Sir?
I'm Tim Roush, local 118 steam fitter. I'm a pipe welder also. I'm an e-board member. I just wanted to gather some information,
Great.
see what this was all about.
Good, good. Do you guys live?
We live in Burlington, so we're not
Okay, so
far
you're
away, but
close.
not,
Yep.
right here, but very close enough.
Good,
So.
good, okay, thank you. Sir?
I'm Dan Kilkenny. I've lived in Delavan most of my life, and I'm here to learn, and I've already learned a lot.
Good.
I'm Nichols Kilkenny, son of the candidate right there. So just wanted to see what's going on, get some information.
Good, thank you.
Beth Rendell, concerned citizen from Lake Geneva. The first I saw about this was in the Lake Geneva Regional News this week. And there were 2 articles, and they talked about Charlene and her efforts. And then at the UU Church in Elkhorn on Sunday, Mary Burpee, explained more and told about this meeting. And I love Wisconsin, and I love our environment. And so I want more facts and, want to take care of our beautiful state.
I'm Sandy McGuff, and I've lived in Fontana for many years, and I was not aware of what was going on until Sunday at church as well. And I love the outdoors too. It's a huge part of my life, and I'm very concerned.
Okay, good.
I'm Clea James. I'm a transplant from Rhode Island. I live in Elkhorn right now, but I'll be moving into Delavan in a couple of weeks, thank God. And I'm concerned with what's been going on in the state, and I'd like to know more.
Okay, good. Our videographer?
I'm Don Wyeth, I'm the videographer, and if I say stand up or smile, please do so. I'm part of the pipeline awareness group also.